the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers, bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers, gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss, baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man.
The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cowboys and the Rams, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. This will be fielded inside the 5 and beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
He had the numbers of the game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. They'll look to throw. That is caught by Lamb. And they work this well upfield across the 45. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
First down, Dallas.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Well, this is what you want to see from your rookie quarterback on an opening drive, Charles. He looks cool, he looks calm, he looks collected in marching them down the field.
And, Brandon, I just think the game continues to change and evolve because we're calling these guys rookies. But, you know, they've thrown the football so much at a younger level now, way more so than what we saw when guys came into the league when you and I came through.
And also just the way, in particular to him, Charles, how he handles himself in meetings, just so professional, mature. It looks like he's been in the league 5 years.
Yeah, he cares about the game. He cares about his performance, and it's showing.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Aaron Donald. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball in the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there, pushes this to 4th down.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter, already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
And able to get this out to the 25. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And he comes into these playoffs bringing a team that's been battle-tested, won the division, and earned the home playoff game here in round 1. But every year they know that a division champ, it feels like, gets beat. They don't want to be that team. They have to avoid the overconfidence and make sure they play the same way they played during the regular season, mistake-free and with passion.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. They just did manage to sneak into the playoffs as a 6th seed, so it's a tough road ahead. They know that. They would need to win 3 games on the road in January. But, hey, here's the bottom line. There's 18 other teams that wouldn't mind being in this spot right about now.
Yeah, and you had to stick it to them, didn't you? Those 18 were sitting at home right now. But you're exactly right about that. Your point about how daunting this is well taken because it all depends on their mindset at this point. How do they break it down so they're not looking at this whole big road and saying to themselves, we've got no shot. You've got to break it down to this game right now. Win this one, then worry about the rest of them after this.
Left side to Lamb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this one is right through, and that will make it 6-0. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
Fielded just outside the goal line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, well, they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Touchdown, LA! Van Jefferson, 42 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from capturing the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch in a completion of a block? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was all capped off by the Van Jefferson touchdown reception. Taken in at the 3. And he returns this to the 22. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo play, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
They'll run on 1st down. Whitfield. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. On 2nd and 9. Stafford. He finds Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. On 3rd down, Whitfield, and he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Stafford. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. 2nd and 4, they could still get a 1st down without scoring. To throw is Stafford. And this is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Stafford. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks. And you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
And his kick is indeed good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They'll look to throw. Open man lamb. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies They have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against this defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. After the interception, here's Stafford. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Off of play action, here's Stafford. This one brought in by Jefferson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
Throwing at Stafford. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback was struggling a little bit.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
You tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd
From the 22, Stafford. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
12 brings up 3rd down.
So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Now their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Play action, Stafford. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. Caught out left side by Robinson. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, Stafford here. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
On first down, it's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. Open man is Atwell, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know,
touchdown, Rams! Allen Robinson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, they can carry that into the locker room at the half. They feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's Allen Robinson who caps things off with a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, we'll see if they want to try to put a drive together, possibly even take the lead here with a touchdown. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession of the football. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Tries out 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. He's up over 100 yards, has the touchdown. He's a big-time receiver in this league, so the question becomes, how do you limit him going forward?
Well, you know the guy.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. The 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick 6.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people try to avoid them. They absolutely love it when they get challenged. And it's a chance to remind everyone exactly why they were tagged as one of the best in the league the prior season.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that gives him a 3-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Well, the Rams going to take over late in this first half. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Stafford here coming off his pick 6. That'll be caught by Cup. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. A final shot before the break. Stafford toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. But first, time to look ahead to Sunday's action here in the NFC. A 4-5 battle that ought to be a tight one, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Green Bay Packers. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts. As you can see the numbers there.
Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. This taken in at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Boy, they get him yet again, Charles. 5 interceptions in this game. You rarely see this, maybe a couple of times in a season, but this defense, they've been fantastic.
It's certainly an example of watching a defense that is in the zone, right? All locked in with each other, all ready to go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Number 18, a gain of 7. 1st down, Cowboys.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Inside give to Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Zeke going to get it on the option.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, a 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead.
So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and it's showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26.
Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford going up top for Kupp.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now. And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. On the return is Williams. Found good room to run there. Returns at 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. His throw incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Whitfield. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
And when you throw as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Tenth carry now for Elliott. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the 4th. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. Lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Dancing to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Critical play in this football game. As they pick up the first, their next clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the 4th as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. That's the staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Stafford. And this one too low. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. This one not in the win column just yet, but on the road is the 6th seed. They are close to pulling off the upset.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx them. I'm like you. It's not over yet, but I'm going to go ahead and project here. Win this one. Think about the momentum now that you carry, right? You carry that forward. And look, home field's a big deal in the playoffs, but the really good teams, and we've seen it plenty of times in NFL history, they can go on the road and win. And a win here would allow them to do exactly that.
Of course, the road doesn't get much easier as you have to face the top seed next week, but they'll deal with that then.
Hey, they'll take this win and take on the top seed anywhere because they're still in the playoffs and still alive for a chance at the Super Bowl.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's Brian Anger now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. Nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Whitfield. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now Stafford. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. An explosive 38-yard pickup.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback. and he put it right where it needed to be.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Stafford. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Whitfield. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. On 3rd down, Whitfield. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1?
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This is a 26-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So he splits the uprights, and it has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
If they're able to come back to tie or win this game, I think this is a play that we're going to look back on as the game changer. That really changed the tone and what the opposition wanted to do when they're trying to run some time off the clock and add to its lead late in this contest.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now back to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from the defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen. Broke off his pass rush. And they get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. 2nd and 13. And that's off the mark, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's Brian Anger now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Here's Williams to return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. The Rams ready to go on offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Stafford now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again to Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. Down right around the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Elliott running right. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Now Elliott. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to advance to the divisional round. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So nothing of importance there, just the season on the line, and he puts it home to likely get him through to the division round.
If you're a fan, you're watching this one with your hands over your eyes. But if you're a kicker, this is what you practice for all season long. And this one was never in doubt.
And the Cowboys will advance to the next round as we say thanks for watching and so long, everybody.